So welcome to our beginners class. Today we're going to be doing our sun salutations, but let's first activate our core so it's really fired up, okay? So onto our backs. We're going to glue our heels together and turn our toes out. Cradle the head with interlaced fingers. Keep the legs straight if you can. Take a breath in and exhale. Curl the shoulders up and feel the drawing down of your belly button towards the spine. Inhale, lower the legs for 3, 2, 1. Don't go too low, please. No arching. Exhale, take it up by pushing belly button down. Curl your tailbone up for 1. Inhale, lower for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 2. Curl tailbone. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, curl tailbone 3. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, curl tailbone. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7. One more. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 8. Take the legs wide, take the arms wide, and reach your fingers for the sky. The hands stay over the shoulders, they don't move forward, okay? And bring your right leg forward and tap the hand twice, curl your tailbone up, and then move it back. And then the left leg comes forward, tap, tap. You can drop the farther away leg lower if you choose, okay? Here we go. I like to take my left leg forward a little bit, okay? Really protract shoulder blades, reach up for the sky. Inhale, exhale, shoulders up, chin to your chest. Right leg forward, tap, tap. Left leg forward, tap, tap, 1. Right tap, tap, curl that tailbone. Left tap, tap, 2. Right tap, tap. Left tap, tap, 3. Right tap, tap. Left tap, tap, 4. Right tap, tap. Left tap, tap, 5. Right tap, tap. Left tap, tap, 6. Right tap, tap. Left tap, tap, 7. Right tap, tap. And left tap, tap for 8 and release. Well done, you guys. Excellent. Okay, good. So coming just onto your knees, we're going to do a little wrist release. So fingertips point up to the sky and just gently pull the 4 fingers back. Make sure the left shoulder blade plugs down the back and feel the lift of the left chest. Good, and you're driving the palm and the heels of the hand forward. Release. And point the fingers down and press the back of the hand and draw it towards your body. Good, and fingers are straight here. This is a harder move for me. Some of you might be a lot more open here. It's really good to take care of our wrists because we're on them so much. Good, and release. Let's go to the other side. Hold the right fingertips back, shoulder blade down, and chest is lifted. Drive through the palm and the heel of the hand. Keep the arms straight. And breathe. Long, slow, deep breaths. Good, and fingertips point back down and push. Gently. So I say push, but there's no efforting, no forcing, okay? You can feel the top of the forearm really stretching there and release, okay? Just gently shake it out. Okay, good. And then now we're gonna drape our right forearm on the mat and take our right knee onto that forearm, palm up, give it a little scrub side to side. So really light with the fingers, so really relaxed. Fingers are curled. We're pressing on the flexor so you can look down and you'll see the fingers dancing. And here, as you approximate the wrist, there are a lot of soft tissues that get easily irritated, so we don't want to straighten the fingers and reach them towards the mat, right? That's called extension, so just keep them curled. Little scrub, little scrub, little scrub. One of the best ways to release all the tension in the wrists and fingers because it's connected to the forearms. Okay, change. Other side, especially if you play a sport or do something daily that involves a lot of gripping. This forearm is going to be quite tight, and that will affect your fingers and wrists. So just give a little scrub. If you can't reach with your left knee, the left forearm, use your right knee or your right fist. Just any pressure, scrubbing side to side is perfect. And break the pose. Okay, well done, you guys. Let's come to the top of the mat for our little sun salutation. You could treat this as a morning little flow, okay? All right, so palms together and just set your intention for today's practice. Maybe offer this practice up to yourself or whatever you want to give thanks for, okay? Good, and a silent attention at the space between your eyebrows. Okay, good. Open your eyes. Inhale the arms forward and up, firm thighs and glutes and drive them forward. Lift out of the way, so squeeze the glutes so you protect your lower back. Reach your arms back straighter. On the exhale, take the arms wide, look forward, lead with your heart. Hinge at the hips, there's no bend in the spine, so bend your knees and completely surrender into Uttanasana forward fold. Clasp your belly onto your thighs, and then slowly you can straighten the legs. Hands down, fingertips in line with the toe tips, step the right foot back. Push down, feel shoulder blades spread, and then step the left foot back so there's no sliding and dragging of the feet. Squeeze everything towards the center line of the body. Shift the shoulders forward the wrists and bring the knees down. Inhale, bend the elbows straight back. Good, and then flip the feet upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, drive the tops of the feet into the mat. Firm thighs and glutes as much as you can, and lift the heart and chest. Push down through the hands and pull the heels of the hands towards hip bones. Feel your triceps. Now draw your navel to your spine. Either drop down to your knees and then go into down dog. Otherwise, if you can, lift it straight up into downward facing dog. So we have 5 breaths here. Feet are hip width apart, heels are a little bit wider, okay? So think about all your finger pads, so look at them, push down through all 10. The first row of knuckles, the ones under your fingernails, push down all 10. The second row of knuckles, the ones on your fingers that bend them, right, the most obvious ones, push down. And then the ones on your hands that you think of as knuckles, drive all 10 down. Lift the heels of the hands down, up, and then keep pushing all those finger pads and knuckles down and forth. So do you see you don't have to dump into your wrists at all? As beginners, a lot of times people say, my wrist hurts, okay? Now you can just gently, lightly put the heels of the hands down, but there's no pressure. Take your biceps up, feel the activation under shoulder blades, and melt the chest. Okay, very nice. Look forward, keep the belly squeezing in, that's your Uddiyana Bandha, and squeeze the pelvic floor, that's your Mula Bandha. Bend the knees, look forward like a cougar about to pounce. Inhale, push down through the hands and step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, find a halfway lift. So your back has to be flat. So maybe some of you come to your shins, some to your thighs, okay, or use blocks, okay? You could take tall blocks like so. But you want the lower back flat. And then exhale, forward fold. Hold on to your ankles and pull your forehead to your shins. Look up between the legs. Okay, there's 8 points at the bottom of the feet, inside, outside of the heels on both sides, and the big toe mound and the little toe mound. So soften all 10 toes and drive down the energy through those 8 points. Stand up, sweep the arms wide, reach up, look up to your thumbnails. Find your mountain pose Tadasana, so tailbone is heavy, and the ribs lift, front, back, side to side, same like a telescope. On the exhale, take the arms wide, squeeze shoulder blades, look forward, lead with your heart, dive it forward into Uttanasana forward fold. Curl your face into your own chest, forehead to your shins. Good, hands down, fingertips in line with toe tips, push down, feel your shoulder blades spread apart. Step or hop back into high plank. Squeeze towards the center line, shift the shoulders forward to the wrist, drop the knees down. Inhale, bend the elbows straight back. Good, and then upward facing dog. Flip the feet to the top and firm the whole of the body. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths here. Okay, so we said feet hip width apart, heels wider, right? And then we know the hands, and from the fingertips, tip of the middle finger to the tailbone, you're one straight diagonal line. So now bend your knees softly and curl your tailbone up to the sky. Slowly start to straighten your legs. So inhale, you're finding length, push down and forward. Feel long side body and sideways. Do you feel that? Exhale, a deeper connection or activation or connectivity. So maybe you could take tailbone up more and squeeze your palms together and inner elbows and armpits. Breath in, find length. Maybe a long, low back, middle back, so try not to collapse the ribs and lift them together and pull navel in. You'll feel a lift. Exhale, maybe tailbone up and maybe your heels can start to drive down. Inhale, open armpits to the mat. Exhale, squeeze your palms together. Squeeze your inner elbows and armpits. There's a lot of activation, down dog. Breathing in, length. Breathing out, drive inner heels down and lift inner ankles to activate inner thighs. Navel is drawing to the spine. Pubic pelvic floor is lifted and break the pose. Look forward, bend the knees. Hips are way back. Take a breath in, exhale, step, or take a little hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Ground down, stand up, sweep the arms wide, look up. Exhale, dive it forward for our third round. Good, lead with the heart. Hold on to ankles and forehead to your shins. Draw in for the navel, really lift and engage the bandhas. Okay, hands down, step or take a hop back into high plank. Shift it forward. You are ready. Squeeze your palms towards each other. Shift it forward. This time, knees up or down, chaturanga. Flip the feet upward facing dog. So the shoulder heads have to roll back. Imagine there's a dime between your shoulder blades and squeeze it. Push down through the hands and draw heels of the hands towards hip bones. Peel your chest open up, broaden the collarbones more. Feel the pubic bones scoop forward and up. The navel scooping forward and up, and the heart scooping forward and up. Firm thighs and glutes to the maximum to protect lower back. Exhale, navel to your spine, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Inhale. Length. Exhale. Biceps up. Feel the activation. Inhale. Feel long side body, side waist. A long middle back. Exhale. Heels down, tailbone up. Inner thighs back, inner knees back. Squeeze palms, inner elbows and armpits towards each other. Inhale. So you want to find the place of balance between all your efforting and the ease. Yeah. Stirring Sukhan, one of the basic principles of yoga. So there's all this activation and engagement and efforting. And with your breath, find the ease. Breath in and breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bend the knees. Hips are way back. Look forward. Engage the bodies. Inhale. Step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Good. Ground down. Stand up. Reach up. Sweep the arms wide. Look up. Exhale. Palms your heart center. So that's Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Now we're going to go into B. Bend the knees deeply and graze the fingertips on the mat. Squeeze inner thighs, inner knees, and sit bones towards each other. Draw navel in, and then lift the arms up. You can keep your arms parallel or bring the little pinky side of the palms towards each other. The palms are kind of holding a crystal ball. And spread the fingers and reach away. So from the waist up, you're lengthening up. From the waist down, you're grounding down. Sink the weight into the heels and squeeze sit bones towards each other more. On the exhale, plaster belly onto your thighs. Hold on to your ankles and completely surrender. Uttanasana, forward fold. Chin to your chest, open eyes, look up at your middle body, your pelvic floor, your pelvic lung. Breaking the pose, hands down. Step or float back, high plank. Shift it forward, knees up or down, chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Pause here. Until you feel your triceps engage to the maximum, lift the chest. Firm thighs and glutes. Push down through tops of feet and try to drag them forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot the left heel to the center mat, lift up high like you're wearing those really high Louboutin high heels. Look forward. Step the right foot forward. Plant the back foot down. And before the hands come up, connect with the outside edge of left foot and engage the bandhas. Now push down through the outside edge of left foot and the right heel, and then you'll feel that brings you up light as a feather into Warrior One. So for Warrior One, the hip bones and the chest are there like the headlights of a truck. They all have to face the same way, thus forward. So for beginners, let's take our left arm forward and pulse it forward for 1, pulse it forward for 2, and pulse it forward for 3. And then leave it forward and then lift it up and then take the right arm up. Now you're more squared. Stay to the outside edge of left foot. Don't go into the arch, you'll go into your inner knee. So every breath in, lift out of the way. So this one, we're going to take extra breaths here. Usually it's just 1 breath, okay? On the exhale, deeper activation. So maybe squeeze left thigh glute more. Maybe bend the right leg more, use your right heel. Now, that right outer hip always wants to cheat forward, so pull it back and squeeze the left. Do you feel that? Good. Open the armpits and break the pose. Look forward. Pivot the left toes forward and reach and extend. Find length. Frame your right foot, push down, feel shoulder blades spread apart, and step the right foot back. Don't just dump into the sockets and go through these movements, okay? Shift it forward, find your chaturanga, knees up or down. Urdhva Mukha Svanasa, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasa, downward facing dog. Right heel turns in, lift up high, step forward with the left foot. Inhale, inhale, second side, you guide yourself through more. Inhale, inhale, inhale to the top. Take the right arm forward, pulse it forward for 1 and 2 and 3. Take the arm up. So if you have very tight hips, you don't have to have the heels in one line. So warrior 1 is heels in one line. Step the right foot to the right a little bit and you'll be able to square hips and chest better, okay? So stay to the outside edge of the right foot. That's the key. Ground that down. Firm right thigh and glute. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Breaking the pose. Reach and extend. Frame your left foot and step the left foot back. Shift it forward. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasa. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasa. You have 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. So go deep within, you know the length and the activation. So now you are your own greatest teacher, so I'm here just to guide you. Drive inner heels down, lift inner arches, fire up those inner thighs. How actively are you squeezing in palms, inner elbows, and armpits? Can you take biceps up to the ceiling more? Can you feel the longer side body sideways? Maybe open armpits to mat more. Tailbone up and heels down. If the legs are straight, heels down, try to drop through kneecaps to protect the hamstrings. Yeah, stay protected in the hamstrings and break the pose. Look forward. Make sure the bandhas are really engaged. Squeeze Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees deeply, chair pose. Look up to your thumbnails. Exhale, clasp your belly onto your thighs, completely surrender, Uttanasana, forward fold. Engage the bandhas, hands down, step or hop back into high plank. Shift it forward, knees up or down, chaturanga, elbows bend straight back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot the left heel, lift up high, step forward with the right. Inhale, inhale, inhale to the top of your Vajrasana. 1. Exhale, 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 all the way down to low plank. The same breath takes you to low plank. Inhale, up dog. The whole body has to be firm. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot the right, land the left. Breath in, in. And breath out, all the way to low plank. Take it all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Breath in. Breath out. So those bandhas, those locks help you find power, lightness, connection. Take that tailbone up and heels down. And can you feel that little sideways lengthening? Imagine I have you by your hips and I'm pulling you back and I'm helping you to tilt tailbone up, drive heels down, inner thighs, inner knees roll back to help open up sacrum. Good, and open armpits to the mat. How firm can you make those arms and break the pose? Look forward and engage bandhas and float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Chair pose. Good, and then plastic belly onto your thighs and Uttanasana. Good, look forward and step or float back into Chaturanga, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, thigh to chest as you shift the shoulders forward over the wrist. Land your warrior 2. Windmill it open into Virabhadrasana 2. So the right heel is the middle of the back foot. Good, and stay connected to the outside edge of left foot. Good, and really firm the whole of the body. Good, flip the palm, reverse warrior, and find your extended side angle. Reach that left arm away, 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 revolve the chest. Very nice, find that right heel, lengthen that tailbone towards your left heel, and reach away with the left arm. Good, rise back up, warrior 2. Straighten leg triangle. Pull the hip crease back. Squeeze your sit bones to touch and reach forward and triangle pose. Use the back of the right hand and revolve. Squeeze those shoulder blades and pull them down the back. That tailbone goes long so you don't go into your lower back. Good, firm it, ground down, rise back up and rebend. Go ahead and windmill the arms down and frame the right foot. And pull the right hip crease back and squeeze the left so there's no dumping, and step it back. Good. Shift it forward, your chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, shift the shoulders over the wrist and pull that thigh to your chest. Land your warrior 2. Windmill open into warrior 2, you guys, and land this pose. Very nice. Good. And find all the activation in your warrior 2. Good. And here we go. Stay in warrior 2. Stay, flip the palm, reverse warrior, and come into extended side angle. Reach it away, lots of length. Tailbone long, and warrior 2. Triangle pose. Shift it back, reach it forward, and windmill it. Good, use those shoulder blades, muscles, and look up to your right thumbnail. Take your tailbone long and squeeze sit bones to touch. Find your Tadasana mountain pose and ground down and rise back up and rebend. Go ahead and windmill it down, pivot the right toes forward, good, and step it back. Shift it forward, find your chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Good, exhale, land it outside your left hand. Good, and find your rocking lizard. Good, and then move the foot to the right and find your half pigeon. So flex that left foot, walk the right leg back. Squeeze your right glute to lift up the upper body, pull the left hip crease back. And then walk it forward. From pubic bone to crown of the head, lots of length. Take it forward, take it forward, take it forward. Left hip crease back. Do you feel that activation? Good, and surrender into this half pigeon. And breaking the pose. Okay, take your back leg forward. And you're going to stack the right ankle on the left knee. If that's not available to you, place the right ankle on a block in front of the left knee. If that's still difficult, just cross your shins, okay? All right, hands by your hips and scoot it back. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, hinge and take it forward. Go ahead and walk the hands forward and curl pubic bone back. And release. Straighten your bottom leg and step the right foot over. Wrap your left arm around. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, get a true twist. Drive right knee forward, draw navel in, and revolve. Squeeze those shoulder blades, look over your right shoulder. De-rotate the head, break the pose, and take a counter twist. Good. Bend your left leg and cross the shins, and you can step or float back into high plank. Shift it forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. And good, exhale, go ahead and land your foot outside your right hand. And find a rocking lizard, bouncing lizard, squeeze your left thigh and glute. Okay, good, and walk your right foot to the left and flex the foot and come into half pigeon. Walk your left leg back and squeeze it, and squeeze that left glute to protect lower back as you lift the upper body up. And then with all the length from pubic bone to crown of the head, walk it forward. Walk it forward, find your maximum length and pull right hip crease back. No loss of front body length. And break the pose. Back leg forward, please, for your double pigeon. So make sure you flex the feet to protect the knees. Knee is a hinge joint, so we have to flex it. And scoot the hips back. Good. Inhale tall. Exhale, hinge and take it forward. Curl your pupil bone back. Walk your hands forward. Get the chest beyond the calves. And break the pose. Straighten your right leg, step the left foot over. Just wrap it around. Breath in, tall spine. Breath out, drive left knee forward. Draw navel in and revolve. Do you rotate the head and take a counter twist? Very nice. Okay, coming down onto your backs for happy baby. So grab onto the outside edge of your feet. Good, and pull down. So knees into the armpits, but push up with the feet. Untuck tailbone, shoulder blades down, push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, and release. Send the heels to the corners of the mat. On the inhale, squeeze every muscle of the body. Draw in, squeeze. Exhale, lion's breath. Ha. Inhale, squeeze. Side out, open mouth. Ha. Honor your intention, your commitment today. Who did you practice for? And closing our practice, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.